instead of using the traditional way of downloading and installing WordPress, we're going to use a tool that I like to use to install my WordPress site, which is called Wordpress CLI. This is a tool that you can use to manage multiple WordPress websites, but also configure your entire site from the command line. So I know a lot of folks are familiar with the backend GUI of WordPress, but if you're comfortable with the CLI, you can run some of the same functions that you run on the back end from a WordPress CLI. So I'm going to just walk through a few steps on how to download WordPress CLI, and it'll get you to. So I'm going to walk you through a few steps just to show you how to download your WordPress site config files, and then from there running a server from WordPress CLI, which will take you to the first screen of the install wizard. So there's a few instructions on the site on how to install WordPress CLI to your machine, and once you have that installed, you should be able to run your CLI command from within the CLI. So you do WP-info, and then this will actually give you sort of like a system config, and it'll tell you about your system, what you're running, what type of kernel, which it's not really important. I mean, it is if you're trying to replicate the same environment on the server. But you can do things like this within a Docker container if you wanted to get more advanced with it. This also shows you the system version of PHP that's running. So on my machine, I'm running 7.1.33, and then this also shows the directories where WordPress CLI is installed. So this will actually give us the command when we install it to the correct folder. So when you run WP or WP dash or hyphen help, it'll actually give you some command line instructions to show you what each command does, and when you fire or execute these commands, it'll also give you some options in which what you can use for each command. So when we're wanting to get started, what we're going to use is the core command here, and what we're going to be doing is actually downloading the WordPress package, and so once we download this WordPress package using the WP core function, from there we'll run a WP server command, and that will allow us to run a PHP server. And I know some folks like to use either Docker container to run their local server, which is fine, and or even the system server, which is also fine. But I find the built-in server for the WP-CLI piece to be a lot faster when it comes to just moving around the site quickly, so you don't have any back-end processing happening that tends to slow down the development or just testing the site itself. So let's move forward with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, or we have to make a folder for this. So I'm in my website projects folder. What I want to do is go into here and create a folder. So let's just do WP demo site. Okay, and then we'll just move into that. It's clear. All right. So now from here, what we want to do is we want to run the WP core. And I just wanted to just show what other options we have within here that we can use to run this command. And we have some examples on how to properly run this if we were running on a server too. So here you can see how we have these additional options once we download and we have our WP-config in place. So the instructions that we're going to use to connect to our database. Then when we install, it'll actually set up our entire WordPress site based on these options here. So you'll see these options here where and examples here where for instance they're showing how after we download the package with all its files, we want to install it. And then installing it also means that we have to ensure that our WP-config file is in place. So all of the database credentials used to connect the site to the database. Once that's in place, then we run this WP core install with these options. When that installs, what'll happen is it'll set the URLs, the title, the super admin username and admin password, and then from there it'll be installed. So in this video, all we're gonna just do is show how to download that that package into this folder. So if we just do WP core download, this will download the WordPress package into that folder the same way we would if we were to hit download, right? And it'll download there, but now we can just do it here. It'll basically take everything and unzip it within that directory. So if I clear this and then hit ls, we'll be able to see that all of our required files are in here. Now let's say for instance I want to go ahead and download the same file. It's not downloading. Refresh. So I'll download the same file and let's just say I'll just do let's do unzip WordPress. So if we go in and I go to my website projects and I unzip it, it'll put it in a WordPress folder, of course. But if we look at everything from our WP download folder or demo site folder, we'll see we have the exact same files in here. And so from there, now that you have your site ready to go, even though we don't have our config file set up, and I can show you what it looks like. There, we can actually still run the server that'll take us to the prompt, and there it is. So that's how you get started with downloading the WordPress package with Wordpress CLI. So if you like this content that I just shared, please subscribe to this channel. go ahead and hit that notification button while you're at it, so you could actually be notified when I post my next video.